Good Friday morning, Oswego, and welcome to Top in the Morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Olivia Eugenio. Coming up, the FCC will be changing cell phone regulations on planes, and they're receiving numerous objections. Also, yesterday's Syracuse fire is still under investigation after one man was found dead. And later, not only was Catching Fire released in theaters yesterday, the Xbox was also launched and hundreds of people waited in line. We'll have a more in-depth look at your top stories in just a moment, but first, a quick check of your weather to get you out the door with meteorologist Rob Camille. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning, Olivia, and good morning, Oswego. Meteorologist Rob Camille here with a quick look at your forecast right now. Outside the campus center here at SUNY Oswego, foggy conditions right now around much of the county. Visibilities are definitely down there right around 4 miles. As far as the eye can see. So definitely take it easy out there if you're going to be traveling on the roadways because of that restricted visibility. Temperatures right now are in the low to mid 40s, 42 here on the campus. Winds are pretty light, variable right now at 3 miles an hour. Looking at your radar right now, we have a break in the action for the moment. We had a couple showers move through the area. Those have since moved to the east. You can see on the radar those darker shades of green indicating the heavier bands of rain, as well as some shades of pink and blue indicating mixed precipitation and snow. Now, for the most part, we should be seeing rain for today. But as far as we get into tonight and tomorrow, there's a chance that we could see, wait for it, the dreaded S word, snow coming to the area, as well as another Arctic air mass. I will talk all about that in a few minutes, but right now, I'm going to send it back over to Olivia for a look at your top stories.
All right, thank you, Rob. Planes are making their way into the 21st century. The newest FCC chairman says cell phone rules on airplanes are outdated. The chairman's newest proposal will allow passengers to use their phones throughout the flight. The proposal, to be voted on next month, is receiving criticism from airline officials because passengers may become too chatty. The Federal Aviation Administration has recently lifted restrictions on cell phone usage during takeoffs and landings. A man was found in the basement of a Syracuse home yesterday after a fire. Around 3:30 p.m., firefighters were called to a fire on Lamson Street by a pedestrian. Police are trying to identify the man who was killed to notify his next of kin. The two people who own the house are uninjured and were not home during the fire. The Syracuse Fire Department is still investigating the cause of the fire. Al's Big Hometown Corner Market is going out of business. A post on the store's Facebook page says the shop will be closing its doors for good, most likely by Saturday. The post said the weak economy and lack of support from local communities are to blame for the shutdown. The store has been running sales and discounts this week in advance of the closing. No one from Al's could be reached for comment. Baby monitors are being recalled after an announcement yesterday by the Consumer Product Safety Commission. The Angel Care devices are likely to be linked to numerous child deaths in 2004 by strangling. There have been multiple other injuries involving the baby monitors, but did not result in fatalities. Angel Care is giving consumers a repair kit for the 600,000 recalled monitors. A Syracuse homeless man turned filmmaker is debuting his newest film at the Palace Theater. Mark Horvath made it his mission to raise awareness for homelessness after he lost his job in the television industry. According to Horvath, after 19 months of unemployment, he grabbed his camera and uploaded his videos to YouTube. The rescue mission will present the film at home at the Palace Theater today at 7 p.m. We're going to take a quick break, but first take a look at what happened on this day in history.
Hey Laker fans, remember the following. Be loud, be proud, be funny, be civil.
Above all, be positive.
We've cleaned up our act on the ice. Now it's your turn to clean up yours in the stands.
Malcolm, you know energy savers last 6 times longer than regular bulbs.
This isn't my room. It's Baron Davis's.
The basketball player? This is his room?
I don't live here.
Millions of kids are using their energy wisely. What's your excuse?
So, do you have any questions?
What is your soup of the day?
We have a mulligatawny soup.
Oh, do you have any specials?
We have a steak special today.
Oh, how's that cooked?
That's pan-seared and then...
Does it come with a side dish? Is it grilled? Can I have it steamed? So, what do you recommend? What kind of pie do you have?
You an actor.
Aren't you from Ohio?
Any questions?
Ask questions. For the 10 questions everyone should know, go to ahrq.gov.
I got no balls for losing. Shocking. Drives it road all the time. Just had a few drinks. Just can't be happening.
Are we clear?
Clear. We're just buzzed. Just buzzed. You didn't tell us that, sir. You're right. This isn't happening. You'll be fine. I feel good. Really? No, not really.
Buzz driving.
Clear.
Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Shocking.
Good morning, Oswego. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm joined by meteorologist Rob Camille. So, Rob, you said the dreaded S word.
I did. I said the dreaded S word. Not a lot of people are happy with me, and I'm really sorry about that. But unfortunately, yes, it's true. The rumors are true. It's going to snow this weekend. And
The weatherman always has to bring the bad news.
I know.
Always has to do it.
I know. I'm sorry. I feel like I owe everybody at least a cup of coffee or an apology or something here for
I'll
saying
remind you of that.
Okay, hold me to that. I will. That is a promise I will definitely keep. Looking at your top weather headlines for this Friday morning. First off, right there on that screen, cue the cold as we go into tomorrow and Sunday. We've got another Arctic air mass coming down from Canada that's going to knock those temperatures down at least another 10 to 20 degrees below average. Along with that, enter the snowman. The lake effect machine is going to be in full force starting tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. We've got the lake effect snow and also some pretty high winds that we're going to have to deal with going through your weekend. Unfortunately, I wish I could say this is short term, but it looks like we're going to have to get acquainted with each other as it looks like it's going to stick around for at least the next few days, possibly into your Thanksgiving break, which could make some travel going to family and all that for the holiday a little bit tricky in some areas up here in upstate New York. As we take a look at your current conditions right now, it's pretty foggy outside the campus center, actually, so if you're going out this morning, definitely take it slow. Make sure you're able to see the road because visibility is knocked down to about 4 miles at this point in time. Temperatures right now 42 degrees here at the campus center. Winds are pretty light, variable, hovering between 3 and 5 miles per hour. Looking at your regional radar right now, most of the rain that we saw this morning has moved off to the east into the capital region and the Adirondack Mountains. You can see some showers still over western New York moving into the Rochester area, and you can see those heavier bands of rain indicated by those darker shades of green on your screen. We've also got some shades of pink and blue in there that indicate mixed precipitation and snow, respectively. We're not going to be seeing much of that today, but as far as we get into tonight, into this weekend, definitely not going to rule out a chance to see some of those flakes. Now, as you can see here, Friday for the most part, we have a cold front moving through the Great Lakes region. Throughout the day here, it's going to move from west to east. So western New York, you're going to see the colder air first, and it's going to move into eastern New York and into New England. Now, with that cold front, most of central New York is going to be seeing showers for much of the day. But as that cold air comes in, the chance to see some snowflakes throughout the night grows as time goes on. So for today, cloudy with showers at times off and on throughout your morning and your afternoon. High temperature today of 46 that will hit around the 12 o'clock hour. Timing out your day for you as we wake up this morning, 43 degrees, 42, 43 in most of Oswego County. Your highest chance of rain here, but thankfully all that rain has moved out. So it looks like we're in the clear for the time being. But as we go through your lunchtime, we're going to hit that high temperature of 46. The rain starts to come back, but it's going to be more off and on as we go throughout the day today. And by 5 o'clock, temperatures start to go down into the low to mid 40s throughout central New York. Still going to have to deal with some rain showers lingering here and there. But as we go through the night, we're going to bottom out at about 32 degrees, so around the freezing mark for most of central New York. And that snow is going to start to gradually mix in, and in some places it'll eventually change over to snow by around midnight. The winds are also going to start to pick up as well out of the northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Now, looking at your weekend setup, this dip in the jet stream, this is what's bringing that Arctic air mass into the northeastern United States. Some very, very cold air. We're talking unseasonably cold for this time of year. Temperatures 10 to 20 degrees below average. By Saturday, most of western and central New York will be seeing this cold air come into play. By Sunday, the entire eastern seaboard, with the exception of the southern parts of Florida will also be seeing this cold air. So it's not just limited to central New York, it is widespread throughout much of the eastern United States. Now, along with that, we've also got a big chance for some lake effect snow, particularly around the southeastern shore of Lake Ontario and the eastern shore of Lake Erie. Most places we're seeing light accumulations into the Adirondacks, down into the Catskills, as well as the Finger Lakes, but places really close to the shore, into Syracuse, up into Pulaski, and right here in Oswego, there is a chance that we could see some moderate to even heavy accumulations with this snowfall. So definitely keep an eye out and have your shovels ready to dig yourself out and clear out your walkways as we go through this weekend. Look at your 5-day forecast. Friday, we're going to have mostly rain. By Saturday, temperatures dive down into the 30s. Your highest chance for snow exists Saturday night into Sunday. We also have a chance there for some blowing snow, so definitely keep an eye out if you're going to be out on the roadway tomorrow night into Sunday. By Sunday, the temperatures go down into the mid to upper 20s. Some places aren't even going to get out of the teens for their daytime high, but by Monday and Tuesday, temperatures start to moderate back into the low to mid 30s. The snow starts to dissipate a little bit, and it starts to warm up by the time everyone's ready to go out and enjoy the holiday. That's going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to send it back to the news desk with Olivia Eugenio for a look at more of your national news.
Thank you, Rob. A sudden punch out of nowhere. It's the basis of a criminal offense that's gaining popularity known as the knockout game. Criminals try to knock down the victim with one sucker punch, and they're happening all over New York City, Chicago, Washington, and even Syracuse, and they're getting national attention. Most knockout victims are ambushed when they're vulnerable and alone. The long-awaited for Xbox fans is over. Microsoft launched its latest video game console at midnight. The Xbox One release drew huge crowds of gamers to this event in New York. The fans spent 2 days camped out just to be the first in line. Fans dressed as the characters from some of the new games like zombies from Dead Rising 3, and for $500, Xbox One promises cutting-edge graphics and gameplay, as well as voice-activated commands. Now we're going to take a look at what's happening in Oz with Ian Dembling.
This Sunday, November 24th, Oswego State's synchronized skating team takes to the ice during the men's club hockey game at 2 p.m. against Cornell University. This will be the IceFX first performance of the 2013-2014 season, and you're not going to want to miss this show.
We are skating to Dreamgirls. We were really excited that we heard we were skating to Beyonce this year, and we all love Beyonce, so it was really exciting. Last year we skated to Anything Goes, so this was a really big step for us to do something a lot more upbeat, a lot more flashy, a lot more sassy, and definitely dreamy.
The team has been practicing this sequence since the beginning of the semester, and IceFX President Brittany Hoffman discussed the importance of everyone working together as a team.
You probably heard the phrase, a team is as strong as its weakest player. In our case, a team is definitely as strong as its weakest skater. We make sure that we really help out each and every one of our teammates. Because it's synchronized skating, every little step we take, it's super important that every single one of us is doing it.
Vice President Sam Corrigan shared her favorite parts about her team, which she considers family.
I like to help people as much as I can, my teammates. Knowing that I help with the growth of the team, it means a lot and it makes it more meaningful.
Although synchronized skating requires a lot of teamwork and dedication, it has never been on the program as an Olympic sport. Hoffman shared her thoughts.
Synchronized skating should definitely be an Olympic sport in my eyes. It's supposed to be in the Olympics in 2018. I know the International Olympic Committee is debating it at this point, and there's definitely a lot of push for it.
You won't be able to see synchronized skating in the 2014 Olympics in Sochi, Russia, so you're just going to have to come check out the IceFX this Sunday at 2 p.m. in the Campus Center Arena. For WTOP 10 News, Ian Dembling reporting.
So, Ian, the way I look at what sports should be, in the Olympics is, can I do them? Is it possible for me to do them? And quite honestly, I cannot figure skate. There's no way I'm doing a triple axel or I don't even know some of the names. It's just not happening.
Right. I couldn't even believe how absolutely talented the team was, and I obviously can't skate myself, but all of them not only could skate very well, but skated at the exact same time. It looked like they were perfectly in unison. Looks like it's going to be a really great show for this Sunday.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
The birth of a new island, rare white tiger cubs, and a chapel made completely out of salt. The video that will have you talking is in today's Take a Look at This.
Take a look at this amazing video off the coast of Japan where a volcanic eruption has raised a new island. The island's birth was confirmed by the Japanese Coast Guard, And according to the Japan Meteorological Agency, the new islet is about 660 feet in diameter. And now for a birth of the cuddly kind. In Tbilisi, Georgia, good things come in threes. A rare white Bengal tiger has given birth to 3 cubs at the Tbilisi Zoo. White tigers are considered critically endangered and are rarely reproduced in captivity. Take a look at this chapel just outside of Krakow, Poland. It's about 331 feet underground, and if that's not strange enough, it's made completely out of salt. It took 67 years for 3 miners to carve the chapel of St. Kinga out of a salt mine. All of the reliefs, figures, altars, and even the chandeliers are made from rock salt and salt crystals. The floor is one giant block of salt. For Take a Look at This, I'm Sunlin Serfati.
Coming up after the break, Ian Demling will be joining us again with your latest entertainment news and another look at your forecast. Stay with us. You're watching WTOP 10 Top in the Morning.
The forest is precious. One careless act caused by people and its beauty could be gone for a lifetime. Protect our friends in the forest.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The Hollywood View is back with a brand new season and a brand new look. Join me for non-stop Hollywood coverage news right here on WTOP 10 every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
Every night before the show, me and the guys, we like to loosen up a little bit.
Blue, 42, hike!
Every now and then, Dan likes to take it a little too far. But hey, the show's all about competition, so we'll take it.
Stupid Dan with stupid football and stupid running.
Thanks. You believe this guy?
Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry.
Pass the honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
All right, thanks for joining us again. So, Rob, Camille, I was actually looking at this this set of pictures online the other day, and it had what a large accumulation of snow means to different countries, and and it was so funny looking how, you know, Canada, a large accumulation of snow is like snow to the rooftops.
Yeah.
So what type of accumulation are we talking about? Are we talking about Canadian accumulation? Are we talking about like tropical accumulation?
Well, you know, I'm not entirely sure that we're going to be seeing snow up to the rooftops, but there is a good chance that we'll be seeing at least a little bit of snow on the ground here in Oswego. But right now, as far as your top weather headlines are concerned, for this Friday morning, first up, we have another Arctic air mass on the way down from Canada. Thank you, Canada, you wonderful people up to our north, giving us all this cold air, unseasonably cold air, I might add. Temperature is going to be 10 to 20 degrees below average for this time of year for the next few days, at least the next 2 to 3 days. Along with that, enter snowman. The snow is coming back, folks. I wish I could say it wasn't so, but unfortunately it is. Lake Effect Snow looks to be the name of the game this weekend, and it's not going to be a short-term thing either. You should probably get acquainted with each other and get those shovels ready because it's going to last a few days at the least. Looking at your current conditions outside, we still have some fog lingering around the campus center right now throughout Oswego County. Temperatures right now hovering between the 40 and 45 degree mark for most of central New York. Right now here at the campus center, it's 42 degrees and the winds are fairly light, variable right now at about 3 miles per hour. As we can take a look at today's forecast, Cloudy, showers at times. Right now we actually have a break in the action, but we do have some more showers coming in from western New York that could make their way into the area by the lunchtime hour or slightly before then. Temperatures, your high temperature today is going to be at about 46 degrees. Winds are going to start to pick up as the day goes on out of the southwest between 10 and 15 miles an hour. Take a look at your day planner by 8 o'clock, 43 degrees. We saw your highest chance of rain at about 7:30. That was when the last of the rain showers from the overnight exited the central New York area, and they're over towards the capital region and the Adirondacks now. But as we go through the rest of your day, showers are going to be off and on. Temperatures aren't really going to get out of the mid-40s, and by the time the evening rolls around, the temperatures are going to take a tumble from 44 down to the freezing mark, and the chance for snow will increase as we go throughout the night and the weekend as well. Looking at your 5-day forecast, Friday we're going to see your highest chance for rain. Saturday and Sunday are your best chances to see snow, and I'm talking a lot of snow here, folks. Snow and wind going to be the name of the game this weekend. The highest chance for blowing snow, I do want to mention that there is a decent chance for blowing snow Saturday night into Sunday. So if you're going to be out traveling this weekend, if you're going to be going out visiting family early for the holidays or something like that, or just going out on the town with some of your friends, definitely want to make sure that you play it safe. Make sure that you're able to see if you are behind the wheel of a motor vehicle, because it could get nasty out there if that wind picks up and blows that snow around. By Sunday, temperatures are down into the mid to upper 20s. Some places not even getting out of the teens. But by Monday and Tuesday, we're getting back up towards the freezing mark into the upper 30s to lower 40s, and the snow starts to make its way out of here by the time the holiday rolls around. That's going to do it for me. I'll be back with one last look at your forecast coming up in a few minutes. But right now, back to the desk with Olivia.
All right, thank you, Rob. Dallas, Texas is hosting a memorial today for the 50th anniversary of President John F. Kennedy's death. The event will take place on the same street where JFK's motorcycle passed through when shots rang out. The event will include remarks by the mayor, tolling of the church bells, and readings from the president's speeches. About 5,000 tickets were issued for the ceremony. And now we're going to have your entertainment news with Ian Dembling.
Thank you, Olivia. It was reported today that the Wolverine star Hugh Jackman has been treated for skin cancer on his nose. The 45-year-old Oscar-nominated celebrity posted on Instagram early Friday morning that he had a basal cell carcinoma, a common form of cancer that is rarely fatal. According to this Instagram post, it was Jackman's wife, Deborah Lee Furness, who originally suggested that he get his mark checked out on his nose. Jackman posted, quote, "Don't be foolish like me, get yourself checked and use sunscreen." Well, today would have been the 92nd birthday of comedic legend Rodney Dangerfield, and The Hollywood Reporter spoke to his widow, Joan, who told reporters she keeps a bottle of Dangerfield's sweat in her refrigerator. Her husband, who died in 2004 at the age of 82, came up with the idea to keep his sweat after Elvis's sweat-stained handkerchief sold for a lot of money after he died. Jones says that on his birthday, she will be unveiling Rodney.com, a website dedicated to the famously disrespected stand-up, where you can relive classic talk show appearances. And now we'll move on to our sports for the evening. The New Orleans Saints took on the Atlanta Falcons in yesterday's Thursday night football game. We'll take a look at this game. Drew Brees. We find a 44-yard pass to Jimmy Graham on the sideline, in for the touchdown. So much celebration happening for the New Orleans Saints that Jimmy Graham actually dunks over the crossbar, and it looks like the crossbar, the field goal post has to be straightened out, as you can see here, before gameplay was allowed to continue. We jump now to the fourth quarter with Atlanta driving. Matt Ryan looks to pass deep, but is sacked by Cameron Jordan. Falcons would go on to miss a 52-yard field goal attempt after that. The final score of the game, Falcons 13, Saints 17. Saints go on to win. Will play the Seattle Seahawks next Monday night, December 2nd. I'll take it back to Olivia. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Ian. So, it seems a little morbid to just be like, my husband just died. What can I sell? What of his stuff can I keep and sell?
I thought it was very interesting. I guess it was his idea originally, but she's now kept it going, and she's kept it in her refrigerator, which I think is an interesting choice.
Well, good for her husband for wanting to leave a long-lasting legacy.
Exactly.
We need to take one last break, but when we come back, we're going to have another check of your forecast with meteorologist Rob Camille.
Get your Smoky on. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Because 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Down 70 to 35, and the Cougars were getting smoked like a cheap cigar.
Hey guys, you should watch our show on WITUP.
What? You mean WTOP?
No, it's WITUP.
No, it's WTOP.
Who told you that?
Common sense?
The mailbox and the traffic light. Both are ideas from the minds of African Americans. Support the United Negro College Fund, because a mind is a terrible thing to waste.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me. Feed the pig.
Thanks for waking up with us. This is Top in the Morning. The streets of New York City have taken over by turkeys. The wild flightless birds have become a nuisance for some after causing traffic and making messes throughout the streets of Staten Island. Experts say that the national wild turkey population has increased from 300,000 in 1950 to about 7 million nationwide. The taking over of turkeys in New York City occurs just 1 week before Thanksgiving. Coincidence? I think not. Vice President Joe Biden had to borrow a few bucks for lunch yesterday. He stopped by the grand opening of a sandwich shop in Washington and ordered 3 Italian subs and a turkey sandwich with cranberry sauce, stuffing, and mayo. The total was a little more than $56, but the vice president only had 50 bucks. The owner of the franchise offered to pay the difference, but Mr. Biden said he's eaten at Capricotti's for 40 years and always pays. One of his staff members loaned him $7 for the food. And now we're going to take a final look at your forecast with meteorologist Rob Camille.
Well, thank you very much, Olivia. Taking a look at your day planner for today. Most of the day today is definitely going to be very cloudy, very wet, as we've got off and on showers throughout the day. High temperature is going to be 46 that we're going to hit around the lunchtime hour. But as we look at your 5-day forecast here, folks, the rain will turn to snow as we go throughout your weekend. Yes, you heard that right. Snow is in the forecast. Temperatures are going to dive down into the mid to upper 20s as we go through your weekend. That's by Sunday, but by Monday and Tuesday, we'll warm back up to the mid to upper 30s. As always, you can follow us on Twitter at WTOP10, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WTOP10TV, or if you have any questions, comments, or photos you'd like to send the meteorology department, email us at meteorology@WTOP10.com. I just want to see if I got that right. Turkeys in Staten Island.
Turkeys in
Really?
Staten Island.
Really?
I know. I was shocked. I was reading it. I was like, what do you mean turkeys? But the weather. So the weather for last night for the premiere of the Hunger Games as well as the Xbox was a little on the chilly side. So what are we looking forward for movie-wise next week? Because I know that's the big weekend for Thanksgiving. I know you were talking about Frozen.
Yeah, I'm very excited about Frozen. It's actually coming out on November 27th, which is really exciting. It's the new Disney movie. I'm pretty excited about it. It looks very interesting.
I was going to say, I haven't seen any advertisements for it. I didn't even know Disney was coming out with a new movie this year. I thought that was, it was going to be it for them since they came out with like planes and all that.
Well, one of the commercials for it is particularly funny. I really enjoyed it. I saw it during one of the trailers for Monsters University, and I got to see it. It was hilarious, so I'm interested to see how it goes.
Do you know what it's about?
I believe it's about like the frozen tundra, like snow falls over the area, and then there's 2 princesses that are sisters or something like that.
Yeah, anything with princesses, I think any girl is just gonna go all over. I was at the mall the other day and went to the Disney store, and they have all of the new stuffed animals out. The new there's actually a snowman in the movie, and they have a stuffed animal for him. So it looks like it's going to be a great movie.
That's awesome. Very nice.
And that will do it for us here for the entire 10 News team. I'm Olivia Eugenio.
And I'm Rob Camille. Thanks for watching Top in the Morning. Have a great Friday, Oswego.